Welcome to your community. This is your hometown. This is Walton Entertainment. This is where you can hear from the community and those making a difference. We explore topics, local festivals, arts and entertainment, and local news. For this program and much more, visit us online at yourlocalstream.com. That's yourlocalstream.com.
Well, good morning. Good morning. It's a great morning, even though it's a little chilly. I am John Marshall, and it's my honor and privilege to be the head of George Walton Academy. Thank you, Annalise, for opening our time together in prayer. Thank you for those words. And I'd like to welcome everyone today, especially the veterans in our audience. You are our very special guests this morning. We are grateful for your sacrifice. We are grateful for your service to our country. Veterans Day, or Armistice Day, as it was originally called until 1954, came into being in the United States in November of 1919. A year earlier, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the Allies and the Germans agreed to stop fighting in what was then called the Great War. This worldwide conflict would later be called World War I after the conclusion in 1945 of the Second World War. As we reflect on the past 108 years since the U.S. entered World War I in 1917, countries across our world, not only in Europe and Asia, but in recent years in the Middle East and in parts of Africa, depend on the American military for protection in the face of tyranny and oppression. The Russian invasion of Ukraine is only one reminder that there is still evil in this world, and American military leadership is necessary for a more peaceful and stable world. The United States of America remains a beacon on a hill, and today, more than ever, our armed services protect this exemplary position that the United States holds in our world. I have one piece of housekeeping. Please silence your cell phones. Students, you should not have your cell phones, but for adults in the room, please remember, let's honor this program by turning off our cell phones at Old School News. Who did that? I hope it's not a student. Ladies and gentlemen, may God continue to bless the men and women and their families of the United States military. Enjoy the program.
Would everyone please stand? Color guard, attention! Color guard, advance! Color guard, post the colors.
Good morning. Wasn't expecting the little kids to say that too, but appreciate it. My friend and fellow Rotary Club member, John Marshall, asked me to speak today. I told him not only would I be honored to speak, but he made my job easy because I gave this speech here in 2019. But then I was technically still a captain in the Army, but I was home on terminal leave and preparing for grad school, so I'm actually legitimately a veteran right now. I do remember sitting in this gym as a student every year for this ceremony. But then I was probably dreading my next calculus test or secretly hoping wrestling practice would get canceled. Well, the joke's on me because West Point had way harder calculus tests and nothing ever got canceled, so enjoy it while you can. So I've seen confusion on social media about what today actually means. So here's the gist. Veterans Day honors all who have served in the military. Memorial Day honors those who died while serving. And Armed Forces Day honors those currently serving. So why do we honor veterans? Less than 1% of Americans have ever served in the military. And while people think of the military in different ways, its core mission is simple: win the nation's wars. General Douglas MacArthur said it best: in war, there is no substitute for victory. If you lose, the nation will be destroyed. But soldiers are not warmongers. Above all, they pray for peace, because they're the ones who suffer and bear the deepest scars of war. Before I served, I didn't fully understand how fortunate we are to live in this country, even though both of my grandfathers were in World War II. One was in the Navy and a 2-year Japanese prisoner of war. The other was a D-Day and Battle of the Bulge veteran. My uncle, in the front row, was in the Vietnam War, and my dad, sitting beside him, was in the Gulf War. So I grew up surrounded by stories of sacrifice, but it wasn't until I wore the uniform myself that I truly understood what it meant. Because part of service is sacrifice. We miss birthdays, weddings, funerals, births, and holidays while away from home in dangerous foreign places. And every service member accepts the possibility of laying down their life if called upon. That's not a cliche. It's actually the first article of the U.S. Code of Conduct, which is a set of principles guiding how service members should act, especially if captured or held prisoner. It says, "I'm an American fighting in the forces which guard my country and our way of life. I am prepared to give my life in their defense." Every veteran agreed to do that for all of you. That's why it matters we had a day set aside to honor them. As we celebrate today, remember, there are people serving in dangerous places right now. The ones you see on TV sending greetings home are usually on safer bases. But there are others on the front lines in remote places without cameras, facing real danger every day. As the saying goes, people sleep peacefully in their beds at night only because rough men and women stand ready to do violence on their behalf. One way you can support those serving overseas is by sending care packages and letters. They make a bigger difference than you might think. Most of the food I ate in the cockpit with me during my combat missions that could last up to 12 hours actually came from care packages. They were a real lifeline and a reminder that people back home are thinking of you. For the younger students, your handwritten letters and drawings mean even more. They lift spirits and are usually hilarious. The less censored they are, the better. For example, one kid wrote, "Don't get hit by a bomb," which that's great advice, actually. Those simple things, food, a card, a laugh, remind those serving far from home that they're not forgotten. I often hear people worry about the next generation, but one of my volunteer activities is helping high school students prepare for service academies. And I sit on Congressional Service Academy selection boards. I can tell you, every young man and woman I've worked with is motivated, capable, and ready to answer the nation's call to lead America's sons and daughters. We are in very good hands. Finally, I encourage you to take the time to talk with veterans about their service and what they've learned. You might be surprised at what you discover. Some veterans don't talk much about what they did, which is okay. I worked with and provided a lot of air support for, let's say, special units where the guys have beards, look like linebackers, and can run marathons. So if you ever meet someone who fits that description and gives you a really vague job title and service history, maybe don't dig too deep into what they did. For example, my friend Jason flew Apaches with me in Afghanistan and later went to grad school with me at the University of Georgia. One day, at a football tailgate on campus, a classmate came up and said, "I really don't believe Jason was ever in the Army. He always wears Hawaiian shirts. He looks like a middle-aged dad. And right now, he's leading a calling the dogs chant with some frat guys a decade younger than him." I told him, well, Jason was notoriously tough overseas. He led a lot of people that age, and he was routinely in intense combat situations. But those days are behind us now. These days, we're just enjoying life and glad to be home. On the surface, we may seem like neighbors, co-workers, or middle-aged dads in Hawaiian shirts. But beneath that are stories of sacrifice, leadership, and resilience. And when our voices are gone, so too are those stories, and with them, part of our nation's history. We live in an incredible country, one made better every day by those who've served in war and in peace, and by the families who stood behind them. I've seen places where people can't speak freely, gather like this, or even dream of the opportunities we often take for granted. It's one thing to read about war in a classroom, like I did here a long time ago, but it's another to see such evil firsthand. Those experiences gave me a deeper appreciation for the freedoms we enjoy and for the men and women who sacrificed to protect them. Their service allows us to live safely and freely, and we should never forget that or take it for granted. So to all of them who made that possible, thank you for your service.
We would like to thank our GWA family and friends for sending in over 240 pictures. At this time, please join us for our Veterans Day video tribute.
Thank you, veterans, for your service.
Thank you, veterans. We love you, veterans. Thank you for your service. We appreciate all you've done for us. Thank you, veterans.
89 cents in the ashtray, half empty bottle of Gatorade rolling on the floorboard. That dirty brace cap on the dash, dog tags hanging from the rear view, old school can and cowboy boots, and a gold army shirt. a truck. Yeah, I roll every window and I burn up every back road in this town. I find a field, I tear it up till all the pain is a cloud of dust. Yeah, sometimes, oh, sometimes I drive you a truck. I drive you a truck.
We appreciate you, veterans. Thank you for all you've done. Happy Veterans Day.
Dreaming of home in this war that we fight. Nothing seems the same, it doesn't feel right. The struggles they face, sleeping cold tonight. The war has been won, but the battle goes on. The dust still remains on the boots they have worn. The uniform that folded up in the drawer. In the drawer. Follow me home to a place that's divided, where the brave and the brunt, where the fate is decided. We're standing alone while the battle is never won. You can't follow me. Hold on to my hand while the love is colliding. There's a flame that still burns. It's your fate you're deciding. We're standing alone while the battle is never won. You can't follow me.
We carry that flag, that we carry the story. You know that we stand in the memories of glory. We fight for the shelter and home, no soul. We bled for the land that we call home. Should be facing the nights all alone, living in the storm with a harm in the stone. If it's gone with the skin, it's a war they survived. If you doubt that it's smoke, is the reason we thrive now. From the battles within, in the peace, that's where our healing begins. So here's to our soldiers forgot by some. We'll be a voice till justice done. From blocks we stand, hand in hand we'll march for the vets. Together we stand. It's not a story, it's real life. And if you had a heart, then you'd help us fight.
Follow me home to a place that's divided, where the brave and the brunt, where the fate is decided. We're standing alone while the battle is never won. You can't follow me. Hold on to my hand while the love is colliding. There's a flame that still burns. It's your fate you're deciding. We're standing alone while the battle is never won. Follow me home to a place that's divided, where the brave and the brunt, where the fates can decide it. We're standing alone while the battle is never won.
Thank you, veterans. We love you, veterans.
Whoa, oh, oh, living, hands up to heaven. Red clay under my boots, but I'm still stepping. Mail from a memory, dust on a frame, names on a dog tag, singing my name. Sand in the seams, but I clean my soul. Home on my mind when the nights got cold. Scars like a map that I carry inside. Learn how to breathe where the thunder would hide. If pain was a battle, then I paid that toll. Still I lift up the falling when I take that roll. I bend, I break, I rebuild strong. Turn a long dark road to a marching song. Hands to the sky for the ones gone on. I'm here, I'm loud, I'm living on. Only living, we hold the line. Blood in the pages, love in the spine. From boots in the sand mind tonight. Sing it out loud, we're the keepers alive.
At this time, as is tradition at George Walton Academy, our band will lead us in the marches of the armed forces. If you're a veteran or a family member of a veteran representing them today in attendance, we invite you to stand as your hymn is played so we can give you the recognition that you deserve. States Marines. United States Army. United States Space Force. United States Coast Guard. United States Air Force. United States Navy. Let's give all of our veterans one big round of applause.
Everyone please stand for final colors. Color guard, attention. Color guard, advance. Color guard, retrieve the colors. Salute. 2. Color guard, retire. You may be seated.
Today, we honor and thank all who have served our nation courage, and dedication. Your sacrifices protect our freedom and inspire us to live with the same strength and integrity. As we close this Veterans Day program, we extend our deepest gratitude to every veteran, those in attendance, and those who could not be here with us today. On behalf of everyone at GWA, thank you for your service and your example. We are forever grateful for your sacrifice. At this time, I would ask that our middle and high school students remain seated as we dismiss our lower school and our guests. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jody Johnson. I'm here with another recreation report. I'm happy to say the new park at Walnut Grove is coming along well. We have opened up the softball complex, and we've played now for 2 weeks. We've had enormous crowds, actually bigger than what we expected out at the new park at the Grove. All synthetic fields, and we've been playing recreation softball. Our fall season will end here the first week in October, so we'll be turning towards our youth basketball program. Hopefully you got registered for that. Close to 1,000 kids have registered for our youth basketball program, which is played at all of our gyms in the county, which is Meridian, South Walton, Felker Park, and at the Nowell, which we've completely renovated, the Nowell Recreation Center. Most people knew it's right beside the library, so we'll be playing basketball in all those facilities here, starting towards the middle to the end of October and running through the end of February. So if you haven't got signed up for our youth basketball program, please call one of our coordinators and get on the waiting list, because we do have a few people on the waiting list to get into that program as well. A couple other programs that I do want to highlight. If you haven't joined our senior aerobics classes, which are for 55 and older, it's an absolutely free class for you to go in. We average around 80 people at each one of our facilities. On our website at waltoncountyga.gov, you can find out the days and times for all of the locations. We run it 6 times per week, Monday through Friday, 2 at each location, at our Monroe, Loganville, and Social Circle locations, and eventually I'm sure we'll be coming to Walnut Grove once that opens. The rest of the park in Walnut Grove is scheduled to open up around the 1st of January. And that includes the amphitheater, the community center, and then the large pavilion area and huge playground that we have located there. So it's an enormous park and something Walton County can be proud of. So we look forward to seeing you at a park near you. Get out and enjoy this fall weather, and get out and exercise and walk around these parks. It's a great time to be out at the park. Our football program is still continuing, so we play each Saturday. It's at one of the local high schools. This week Loganville High School is hosting some games, and I believe Monroe also is. We've got about 2 or 3 more weeks in the regular season before they hit the playoffs. For our youth football, we've got several teams doing very well this year. We look for them to get into the playoffs in the North Georgia Youth Football. That league goes from Walton County all the way up to Rabun County, and so all the counties in between, we are in a league with them, and look forward to them doing real well. Monroe has won the Super Bowl a couple times, and last year I think we were in 3 of the age groups in the final game. I think we ended up just winning. We didn't win one last year, but the year before we won a couple age groups. So all of our teams do very well in the North Georgia Football League. Other things going on, if you're looking to rent any of our community centers or pavilions, do go on our website, give us a call at the recreation department. Any of our attendants at the gyms can help you and reserve those rooms for you. They're very affordable. Hope you're getting out and enjoying this cooler weather for the pickleball courts. We do have them at Criswell. Ayers Park also expanded, so we have lots of courts there. We're looking at expanding into Loganville pretty soon. Because believe it or not, even with around 40 pickleball courts, if you go in the evening, sometimes you have to wait. But everybody is pretty nice about getting people and working them in so they can play. I have been up to Ayers Park where all 12 courts were full with around 20 to 30 people waiting. So this time of year, it's better to go early than wait until the later evening of the day, because that's when a lot of people get out there and want to play. So if you got a big group and you want to reserve any of those courts, every once in a while you can call us, and then we can try to reserve some courts that you'll be able to know that you're going to have some courts when you go. We're have the Nowell courts that will be ready here in the next week or two. where you will have indoor pickleball courts there and at the Ag Center. There is a small membership fee to get access to those courts when you want. So just go to our website at waltoncountyga.gov. All of this information is on there, and we'd like to serve you to the best of our abilities. So until next time, thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful in the Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Staying super busy here at the center. It's, you know, getting towards our time of year for all sorts of events and cleanups. First off, I wanted to thank everybody that came out for our document destruction event back on September the 13th. Wanted to make sure I thanked our Keep Walton Beautiful volunteers, and the Walton County Civil Air Patrol came out to help us. And also a big thank you to Document Destruction Services. They really work hard while they're here. But thank you to everybody that came out. Thank you to all of those that brought in paper. We know in that 2-hour period we did our shredding event, we had over 65 cars come in that time, and we had well over 5,000 pounds of paper that was shredded to be recycled. So again, thank you all for coming. With the participation we had, it's a pretty good sign that we need to make sure we're doing those type of events here as often as possible. So we're already looking at trying to get another one in the spring, and maybe making that a twice-a-year event. Also, just as a reminder, on Saturday, October 25th is when we'll hold our annual Rivers Alive event. So we'll have groups all over the county, especially at the different waterways on like the Appalachia and Alcovy rivers, or areas adjacent to those rivers. We'll have folks out cleaning up. Give us a call anytime here at 770-267-1421. If you're interested in our Rivers Alive cleanup, be happy to. It's a great opportunity for any civic organization, school groups, or church groups, any of that. It really is a wonderful opportunity. So give us a call to get more information about that event. We've also scheduled our annual America Recycles Day paint collection. That will be Saturday, November 22nd from 8 till noon. Again, that's Saturday, November 22nd from 8 till noon. I did get a price list for the paint. As of right now, it is $3 per gallon container for latex paint. It's $4 per gallon container for oil-based paint. Wish we could take all of that stuff for free, but we are charging only what they charge us. So we don't make anything on the event. That's just exactly what we're being charged for the paint. But you'll find out that's still a really good deal. Paint's super hard to get rid of, and almost anybody I do know that takes it charges quite a bit more than that. So it really is your best opportunity to get rid of any old paint you have around the house. So mark that on your calendar, round up your paint. If you've got like gallon buckets that are only a quarter or half full, you can combine those paints as long as latex paints are combined and oil-based paints are combined, because we do have to charge by the can. That's how we're charged. So if you come in with half a gallon can that's half full, you're still going to be charged $3 if it's latex paint. So try to consolidate the best you can. If you have any questions about that, again, give us a call out here at 770-267-1421. Be happy to answer any questions about our paint collection event. And as I do every single time, I'd like to invite you to come out to the center, see what we do here. Let us walk you around. Let us get you started recycling, or help you find new things to recycle. Come out and see us. Look forward to seeing y'all out here. Give us a call anytime. Until next time, take care.
Hello, welcome to Monroe Walton Center for the Arts. We're getting ready for Christmas. I know it's barely October, but we'll be installing our Christmas show at the end of this month, and it will open November 1st. And it's our busiest 2 months of the year, November and December. Like most retail places, we'll be super busy. We'll have tons of Christmas gifts in here for you. The entire gallery will be a Christmas shop and more Christmas items in our regular ongoing shop. So please do plan on visiting us starting November 1st. We have a full bank of classes all month. This month in October, super busy. Several Saturdays in October, we have 3 or 4 classes every Saturday in October. We have a new venture with Rust and Dust Antiques. They're over on Etten Drive, which is off of Spring Street, kind of across from Taco Bell. If you go visit Lourdes, they're at Rust and Dust on Saturdays from 11 to 3. We have drop-in workshops every Saturday in October. We're hoping to continue that into November. They're drop-in, they're easy. Most of them are for teens and up, or even for children as well and up, all ages. Easy, fun, kind of 45-minute drop-in classes, under $20, $10, $15, $20, most of the classes. So it's kind of a fun introduction to us. Of course, we want you to shop the vintage finds and treasures that you'll see at Rust and Dust, and also just drop in and see what we're doing. We'll be in the back of the store, set up and ready for you. That's every Saturday in October, and like I said, hoping to continue that into November, 11 o'clock to 3 p.m. every Saturday. So come see what we've got going on. You can come in here and see the list of what the classes are, or go online to MonroeWaltonArts.org and see what we've got going on. That's it. We've got a ton of classes, a ton of gifts. Our Healing Arts program is really going great, and we have our Art Reach class every Tuesday. We have a new preschool class that's taking off. It's every Wednesday. We're always innovating. We're always trying something new. Sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. But usually y'all are very supportive and receptive to the things that we're trying here. We are your community arts center. We are here for Monroe. We are here for Walton County to create beauty and moments of joy and just relaxation in your life. So please come see us, see what we have going on, pick up a class list, and view the beautiful regional art show. The last day for the regional art show is October 22nd. So you've got just a few more days to see that beautiful, beautiful show. You don't have to spend any money. Just come in and see the show. Relax, take a deep breath, and beauty is good for your soul. So we hope to see you soon. Thank you.